Now keep it up. Hey Ryan, you know this song, right?
Of course.
Capital One Bowl Week
Yes.
uses.
You're going to hear it on ESPN about 1,000 times approximately in the next 3 weeks. So
we wanted this is the version that they use. Do you know who sang this song?
Oh man, I gotta go. Bing Crosby, maybe?
No, but you're in the right. Another guy that
Sinatra?
Great Christmas album. I had this one.
Oh, God. Dean Martin.
No. Okay, second tier.
Okay. You got me now.
Andy Williams.
Oh, I would never have gotten that.
Never got Andy Williams?
No.
I had this one. I had this Christmas album.
Yeah, that's a little before my time. Yeah.
I just wanted to show you that we had versatility in the household, man. Okay? So listen,
I got you.
Since we are going bowling.
Well, you say you had the album or the 8-track? I didn't hear you.
The album.
Okay.
I had it on wax. That was probably before the 8-track, all right? But we're going to go down to Houston, and it's a great matchup. You talked about this. You are a graduate from the University of Texas. So we talk with the executive director of the Texas Bowl, our man David Fletcher. Fletch, good morning and welcome to Laying Down the Law.
Steve, thank you. It is great to hear your voice, great to be on with you guys this morning. And let me tell you something. Nobody has ever questioned your versatility.
Well, Fletch, you and I
know him well.
Yes, you know me well. Fletch and I, Friday nights in Central Texas. And if they could see him now, just like George Jefferson, he has moved on up. And happy that you had time today. We're going bowling across and around Texas, down in Houston. You have a great matchup, David Fletcher, the University of Texas versus the University of Arkansas.
Yeah, we're really excited down here as our both the school's fan bases and our broadcast partner. You just couldn't ask for a better matchup in this region. Two Southwest Conference rivals getting back on the field, 100-plus years of history. It's all going to go down in the Advocare V100 Texas Bowl, Monday, December 29th, 8 p.m., ESPN.
Yes, and Fletch, how you getting prepared for all this? You got the volunteers, you got the teams, you got the coaches. What are you doing down in Houston to get this all set up for that Monday night game?
You know, all this planning that we've been doing for just about a year now is finally coming together, and it's a lot of fun. You know, this is the first year of our conference affiliation with the SEC and the Big 12 in this game. And really, when you take a look at it, you've got the two conferences that geographically make the most sense for Houston. You've got two conferences that really like coming down to Houston with all the recruiting opportunities, the huge donor and fan bases that are here in this market, and they get to play in an NFL stadium on Monday Night Football. So, we have been working hard for the last year, really dialed it in over the course of this football season. We're doing bigger and better than ever with this type of matchup. And, it's something that we're just having a lot of fun with as we go into the home stretch and get ready for when the teams will get in town for bowl week right around Christmas time.
David, I got to ask you about the selection process. The night the selections were, or the pairings were coming out, it looked like for a short time, and there were even some sources out there that were reporting it, that they thought it was going to be a Texas and Texas A&M matchup. So if you could just break it down for the listeners, how the matchup came about and how that process worked.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the let's see, I'm going to go back a little bit. We've been affiliated with the Big 12 for a long time, but this year we moved up in the selection process, and we do have a selection at the third spot following the college football playoff bowls. So we had a good idea who was going to be available to us when our selection was there. We were fortunate enough to have some great teams in West Virginia, Oklahoma State, and Texas on the board. We took a look at our game and the potential matchups, and really, I mean, at the end of the day, Texas just made a lot of sense. A great brand, great history, and a big fan base down here in Houston that was excited to play against an SEC team. On the other side, with the conference, the SEC conference, this is the first year of our affiliation. It's also the first year of a new selection process for the conference. We are part of a group of 6 bowls in which the conference makes the ultimate selection. We were asked for some recommendations and some input, and certainly when you think of the region that we're in, schools like Texas A&M, LSU, Arkansas were all at the top of our list. But at the end of the day, the conference made that selection for us, and we could have been happier when they put together Arkansas and Texas. Would have loved any of the combinations that you had there. as they would have really proved to be a great matchup. But I think we got one of the best we could with these two teams.
We're talking with David Fletcher, the executive director of the Advocare V100 Texas Bowl down in Houston. Fletch, how can people get tickets to this game, and are they going like hotcakes?
They better hurry, Foss. They better hurry. We've just literally got a handful. You know, we've got such a great fan base and season ticket base here in Houston. Almost 60,000, I should say, over 60,000 seats were sold even before our matchup was announced.
Wow.
Really just a handful of tickets still left, but you can do that in two ways. AdvocareTexasBowl.com is one spot. You can certainly take a look there. Got a lot of travel packages, a lot of things on what you can do here in Houston. It's going to be over the weekend heading into a Monday night game, so tremendous restaurants, tremendous golf, tremendous museums, a lot of fun things for the family and for the adults as well, going out for the nightlife. Also can call 832-667-2390 to try and get in while you still can. Like I said, just a handful of tickets still left, and we fully anticipate a sellout down here at the game.
832-667-2390?
That is correct.
Okay, now we've had several bowl officials on today, and we've been asking them all, what kind of bowl week events are you having for the teams down in Houston?
And the swag bag, son.
Oh, that's the next question, swag bag, yes.
And the swag bag. So I'll hit bowl week first, because bowl week for us is we've got a really cool lineup down here. We do a nice mix. You know, we hear a lot of feedback from the participating teams. This is our 9th bowl that we've hosted in Houston under our group, and so we've got a nice mix of downtime and fun time as well as some events. Our signature event is Rodeo Bowl, presented by ING The Physical, and Sports Illustrated has called this the best bowl week event out there. So we take the two teams down to a ranch, an active live ranch down in Southwest Houston area called the George Ranch. We put them out there, and they literally start the competition right out of the gate the first day they're here with calf roping and steer wrestling and all kinds of real life cowboy items that they do. It's all put together in a real fun format.
And the coaches are cool with this?
Yeah, the coaches like
perfectly, and I added perfectly safe as well.
Oh, okay.
There's also some other things, some fun things for them to do. But that's really one of our great events. We've got another event we're doing this year for the first time with our group of Gridiron Legends that we have here, a great class of people. We're going to have to get Steve Foster in here at some point on that class. But, the group is made up of our Texas legends, highlighted this year in the class, Andre Ware and Robert Brazil are our headline in the class. But
nice.
The guys are getting together for Gridiron Legends game night at the hotel in the hospitality room. We really focus on the competitive spirit that these guys have all week. And then certainly, when they're not doing events, we have them they're there to focus on the football, and when they're not, we're giving them an opportunity. Our hospitality rooms, we really did try to really up the ante, if you will, and they pretty much have just about anything you can think of in those rooms, from pool tables and arcade games to Madden to shuffleboard, you name it. They're going to have something to do while they're here in Houston. On the other side of the table, you asked about the swag bag. So we really, like many bowls, have moved towards a process that allows the players to pick what they want. They call it a gift suite.
That's what we're hearing,
and that gives the players, an opportunity to go in there and pick based on the number of points each player gets, what they want to do, whether that's they want to buy something for their girlfriend or their wife or their mom, or they want to, add some extra swag to their pool. That's a big part of what we do in our week. A lot of merchandise, a lot of really cool gift bags that we put together, and then of course it's the Advocare V100 Texas Bowl, so everybody gets a custom belt buckle as well. So,
so how do they decide how many what players get what points? How does that work? How's that process?
Everybody gets the same. It's just a dollar amount. The NCAA regulates how much we can invest in those player gift bags, and everybody gets the same amount. Makes it easy.
Awesome. Well, let me just say this, Fletch. It's great to have you on the show, and it's exciting to hear about what's going on and with your leadership and having the background that you have. I know that the bowl game should be very appreciative of having somebody like you down there. I'm going to talk to you offline because I just may, in fact, run down and catch that one. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. So I want to
Be
talk
very
to you. I want to talk to you.
Well, for media purposes and media coverage purposes, of course. I know you wouldn't come to Houston and try and have a good time. Totally
No,
Pure
sir.
business trip.
No,
Pure
yeah,
business
and I
trip.
want to tell you this, Fletch, that Ryan and I will be back for the regional final as well as March Madness heads that way too. So you'll at least see us once and probably twice or more. And can't be more happy and ecstatic to know that you're doing great things down in Houston for the Texas Bowl, and this happy for the matchup. And man, anytime that we can help out, let us know.
You absolutely. You guys are great friends of the program. We go back obviously a long way.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a really exciting time. You've got our game here, the Advocare V100 Texas Bowl in December. You just mentioned the NCAA men's basketball regionals in Houston, the Final Four coming next year, the Super Bowl in 2017. We also host this little game called the Advocare Texas Kickoff to kick off the year. We had LSU and Wisconsin.
Yes, I was there. I was there, Fletch.
In the game, you were for that one.
Yes, sir.
We've got Texas A&M and Arizona State this coming year in September. And again, you can go to AdvocareTexasBowl.com and find out more information on that game. Already over 50,000 seats sold for that. So it's going to be another big event, and I imagine that those two teams coming off the top 25 seasons are going to be pretty excited to kick off next year with the expectations they have. So a lot going on in Houston. We appreciate you guys' support and putting out the word on it. And
sure.
You guys are welcome anytime. So make sure we make plans.
All right, man, and thank you again. Great to hear all the awesome work you're doing, Fletch. Very happy for you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, my man, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, thank you. We're going to take a sidebar. We're going to shift gears. We're going to go to that sport that Ryan Willett coaches, basketball, with the Spurs. Jonathan Sanford, the Spurs PA announcer, when we come back on this Christmas edition of Laying Down the Law.